With crime, the bail application of two Westbury gang leaders has been postponed at the Johannesburg Magistrates Court. The pair stand accused of shooting and killing a rival gang member, Reagan Jacobs, in 2016. A police officer was also arrested this week in connection with that murder. Let's get an update. Our reporter Hasina Gori joins us in studio. Hasina, thank you for being here. Just remind us of the circumstances. So same gang, different gangs, and this is all part of the gang warfare that we know is rife in Westbury.
Yes, this happened in 2016 between two rival gangs. So the two gang leaders that are in court at the moment, behind bars, going through their bail application, Leroy Brown and Christopher Charles, they both from one specific gang, and they charged with the murder of a rival gang member. That's Reagan Jones. That happened in 2016. What's quite interesting is that this is something that we've seen happen, turf war, as you mentioned. It's a big thing in Westbury. Drugs is a big issue, and we've seen them constantly, shooting at each other, causing a lot of tension, a lot of violence in that area. That's what brought the protest action that we saw take place last year.
And if convicted, this would be a kingpin, a gang leader actually going to jail?
Yes, that will be one of the gang leaders of one of the gangs there. There's quite a few. Today when we went into the community again, they said that these gang leaders might be behind bars, but there's new groups coming out.
Yeah,
there's a whole new turf war that then starts up.
Okay, so the bail application postponed. What happens from here on in?
From now we wait. So we know that the two applicants, so Leroy Brown and Christopher Charles, their bail application is currently ongoing. We heard the investigating officer come out giving his testimony. It's quite a while before we know whether or not they will be allowed out. The state is opposing that specific bail, saying there are flight risks. It took them so long, to actually find these leaders, bring them behind bars and apprehend them. They will intimidate witnesses. They said they've already seen that happening. So if they're out in the communities, it could pose a problem. The dockets could go missing. But there's also a third person that was arrested, and that's a police officer. His bail application hasn't started yet. Because the other two's bail application has started, they said it's going to conflict. They want it at a separate court, so that should happen on Monday.
And that is a huge concern. A police officer arrested. Do we know the circumstances, how he was allegedly, possibly involved?
What we know right now is it alleged that eyewitnesses saw these two gang leaders using a police-marked vehicle, and they believe that the vehicle that was used was this police officer's vehicle that was used for the killing, for them to go into nuclear and kill Reagan Jones.
Sure.
And that's quite
and that's complicity.
Yes, that is a complicity we've seen the community complain about here in Westbury. They've said police are, part of all of this. They're taking money, they're looking the other way when stuff are happening.
All right, thank you very much, Hasina Gori, following the Westbury gang violence and those court proceedings for us. Thank you very much.